Happy Wednesday, October 25th. We are in the middle of the week. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot. Joining me today in studio is Kevin Shields. We've got an exciting show today. Today is International Artist Day, so lots of conversation around that. We'll be looking at Vail Vibes. Abeja takes us on a luxury home tour, and then Vail Valley Partnership will be here in studio to have a conversation with us. Hour one of Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Kim, for that nice introduction. We do have a great show planned for you today. Now, a lot of things happening outside in the weather, so let's take a look and see what's going on today. Getting up 36 degrees at 8 a.m., a high today of 61, full sunshine today. But if you look at those winds, southwest 10 to 15 miles an hour, when we start to see the winds pick up to that rate, usually something's going on. We'll get to that in just a minute. Looking at Vail by the hour, 54 degrees at noon, full sun, 4 p.m., kind of reaching that higher area where it's 61, 59 degrees, full sun throughout the day. So it's going to be a beautiful day, nice clear evening. Looking at the I-70 corridor, 72 and partly cloudy in Denver. Vail has 61 degrees in sunshine, 63 degrees in Avon, and 68 in Eagle. Now, looking at tonight, low 36 degrees, should be fairly clear. So if you're outside doing some things, look up, see some of those great star constellations that are out there. We just had those meteor showers last week, which were intense. A lot of fun things going on, but tonight you'll be able to see some of those constellations that are up there in the sky. Now, remember we were talking about those winds. Well, here's what that means. Thursday, tomorrow, we're looking at some rain coming in. So it's pushing in a nice little storm, 56 degrees on Thursday. Friday is 55 degrees. We're starting to see some of that weather moving in. So along with those higher winds, we are going to see a little bit of a change in the weather. We were teased with some beautiful sunshine and warm weather last week and through the weekend, but things are starting to change back to where it's a little more seasonal.
Winter remix.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Winter remix. Love it.
How are you, Kevin?
I'm doing great. Thanks. How are you?
You know, wonderful. Glad to have you here on the couch with me. I always look forward to Wednesdays.
I know Wednesdays are so much fun. So many things going on and some great guests and interviews that we've got coming on the show.
Well, I love International Artist Day. Are you an art connoisseur?
I'm not a connoisseur. That's a lot. That's putting a lot on my plate. I am a art appreciation person. Mm-hmm. So no matter what the media, I love what we do. Over in Minturn, you've got people that do glass blowing, mm-hmm. and then a myriad of painters throughout the valley and different forms of metalwork and things like that. So, art is so wonderful, and even writing, the expression of writing is an art form. It really is,
and it's very much ingrained into our culture here in the Vail Valley.
Yeah.
Not just the outdoors, not just the athletics. We've got a lot of artists, a lot of performance. It's a great place to be. I can't complain.
Right. Yeah, the Villar Performing Arts Center, the amphitheater, bringing in all these talented people, whether it's a keynote speaker or an entertainer. Always great out to get to those venues.
Oh, it's always very exciting. We have the Vail Valley Partnership joining you in studio today to talk about all things that they're doing, and they partner with everyone.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of things. As a matter of fact, I was in a meeting with them yesterday and the lodging group. So that's something Chris Romer and I will talk about a little bit later. I don't want to give it away, but a lot of great information came out of that and how the community really works together here in the Vail Valley.
Well, there's your teaser. So go grab that cup of coffee. We'll be right back after this, and you'll see all of the things that we have to talk about in this first hour.
Good morning, Vail.
Lion's Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lion's Head Village for over a decade, Our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on Mountain Perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Bleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, we absolutely love our local artists and artists all across the globe, and today is International Artist Day, so we had a conversation with David Yarrow all about his work. Let's take a look.
Welcome back to the show. We're standing here in the beautiful C. Anthony Gallery with one of the most collected contemporary photographers in the world, and that's David Yarrow. Thank you so much for being here to chat with you.
It's great to be here. I know it's a very special place, Beaver Creek, and coming here in Vail, we meet so many old friends. So it's not work. It's great fun to come up here.
Well, we love when you come up here, only because your work is so phenomenal. You're taking our galleries by storm right now, and we've got so many incredible pieces around us, but you've really created a brand for yourself. So who is David Yarrow?
David Yarrow is a Scotsman in the late summer of his life, trying finally to make an honest living. He is a father, and my son's with me now, and we collaborate with many great Americans, and it's an honor to work with some of the people that we work with, and it's an honor to work with some of the galleries that we work with. I have been a photographer for probably 40 years. I started taking first paid pictures when I was 17.
Wow.
So it's, when people say you've been an overnight success, I say, well, not really, it's been 40 years. And there've been a lot of bumps on the road. But there's been a constancy and the determination to create art that engages people. And I think maybe my mother was an artist, and I learned a lot from what she got right and a lot what she got wrong. But I think artists should maybe think a little bit more about what the buyer is looking for. And we're very focused on what people want rather than what we can necessarily take.
Which I think you do such a great job of capturing all of these incredible pieces, and you've done such a wonderful job throughout your entire career because you have so many different varieties, but you've really been focusing on this theme of the West. So what kind of drew you to the West?
Well, I think Taylor Sheridan's also very focused on the West at the moment with 1883 and the new series. And I think the second half of the 19th century in your country is the greatest story ever told. Partly because of the characters, the character-rich people, and partly because it was played out against the most extraordinary landscapes and backdrops, and the Colorado being a case in point because you have these extraordinary canyons, box canyons like Telluride and Creed that we love to film in. So it's a character richness of the second half of the 19th century that allows you, as a storyteller, you've got so much material to play with.
Well, so what helped you discover America West as you were kind of starting this inspiration in all of these great works of art, because we have so many of them around us right now?
I think all artists, they copy, they get ideas from seeing the work of others. I remember when we filmed in Telluride, we were very conscious of the fact that Tarantino shot The Hateful Eight very close to where we're filming. So inevitably, you go and watch it, and you go and watch it again. He himself said that artists tend to have very few original ideas. You get thrown ideas from the things that you see. And I think there is so much potential still. Colorado, Montana, Texas, Wyoming, they're all places that we feel that we haven't really done more than scratch the surface of.
There are some incredible places to shoot here, and we're always so lucky when we have you in our community taking some great pictures. Now, your work has been insanely successful throughout the U.S. Now, you've worked with some very large icons, and so who has been kind of the biggest standout to you and why?
Well, we're photographing with a very big icon next week, but we can't say who it is right now, other than the fact I think New Yorkers are very fond of him. I guess here looking around, I mean, I've worked with Cindy Crawford a lot, and she is a true icon, and my team all think that she is the best of the best in terms of professionalism, charm, the way she treats people, and she's a beautiful person inside as well as out. So it's and when you work with the best like that, it keeps you on the top of your game, which I like to be. But I don't want to go backwards. But we've also worked with a load of people from the world of Hollywood and sport. And you know, I know Russell's not had the greatest of seasons at the Broncos, but I think there are many people other than Russell that would probably take a bit of responsibility for that. But he's been great to work with as well.
Which is so cool, and it gives you so many wonderful opportunities. Now let's talk a little bit more about the philanthropy side of things, because you are a very large philanthropist and you're very involved with your work, and you make sure your work is very involved with it. So can you give us some more information on that?
I think it just gives an added purpose to what we do. It also allows me to work with people perhaps that I wouldn't get the access to if I just said, here's a project that's purely for financial gain. Whereas we turn around and say, here's a project whereby we could give $1 million back to a pediatric cancer hospital or something like that, I think it encouraged them to get involved in something that's slightly different. I think also for everyone, it doesn't matter whether you're your age or my age, I think contextuality is important. We're very blessed being in a ski resort like this on a beautiful day, but there are people that are far less fortunate than us, and spending time with them, I think, lends contextuality to what you do, and humility. I'm an artist, but I'm a father first and foremost. That's the most important thing for me.
And I loved seeing your son come in with you. You guys both had gigantic smiles on your faces. He's here helping you set up everything.
Because when we were coming through, there was someone giving a critique of the work inside. And they didn't know that the artist was walking past, and they went, "Yeah, the pictures are whatever, but the sculptures are really good." So we thought that was very entertaining. And everyone's entitled to a view.
Right. Well, sometimes you catch those right at the right moment, and you get them as you're walking into your own gallery show.
My middle name's going to be whatever now. It's like they're whatever.
Now, you just released a new book, so can you give us some more information about the new book, what people can expect from it, and where people can find it?
Well, hopefully not on eBay from the people that bought it last night, but hopefully you can get it in Barnes & Noble, you can get it obviously on Amazon, you can get it here where it's going to be signed. The proceeds, it's all for charity. You know, books, there's no money in books unless you write about wizards or werewolves or pasta, but it's like a nice business card, but if it helps raise money as well. It's a book of stories. I'm a storyteller, and it's just a collection of stories of some of the photographs we've taken.
Which I think is so cool. Now, I do want to ask you, because you are known for selling such incredible pieces of art. You've curated such a collection. Now, you've had pieces sell for up to $100,000. What's next for you?
I'm going to get some sleep. I'm Scottish, and our rugby team have a very important rugby match tomorrow, so I'm going to be scrambling around trying to find somewhere. And I know it's not on here, but we'll find a way to watch that at 8 o'clock. We're always, you know, being an artist is a journey. It's the journey that matters. It's not the final destination. I don't know what I'm going to be photographing in a year's time, but there'll be a journey. I didn't know what I would be photographing last week, a year ago. So, but the key thing is always to be authentic and try and do different stuff. I'm not quite sure where we'll be in 3 months' time, but I know where we'll be in the next 6 to 8 weeks, and we've got some exciting projects in New York next week.
Well, we're excited to see those upcoming projects. Now, if you had to give one piece of advice to a younger David Yarrow right now, what would you say to him?
One piece of advice. I think the most important thing of advice I give to every aspiring photographer is make sure no one can be a bigger critic of your work than yourself. To be really tough on yourself. We're very tough on ourselves. You know, last year, I don't think had a particularly good year creatively. I think maybe I took 4 strong pictures. And this year, I've taken 2 so far this year. So if we can do 5 a year, I see too many people using their website as a sort of photo dump, and they go away for a week to somewhere and they put 100 pictures on the. Are you really saying that every hour you take a picture the world needs to see? That's exceptional. You must be exceptionally talented to do that. So our goal is five pictures in a year. And the other thing I think is to read and research. And when I was 20, by the time I was 25, I knew the business model of every relevant contemporary photographer in the world. That was my job, just to understand what they were getting right and what they were getting wrong. Ansel Adams, your most famous photographer, said photography is about the work of others. Learning from the work of others, seeing things you like and things you don't like. Photography is not about a camera, it's about your heart. I think too many people obsess about camera settings and camera manuals. My biggest fear is, you know, one of these events, some camera geek asks me a question about 285 of the manual, and I have no idea what they're talking about. So I'm much more, it's all about your heart and your soul. It's not about the piece of metal in front of you.
Which I think is so important. Now, we've got some great images around us right now and some very well curated images around us. And so can you tell me just a little bit more about what the curation process is like?
Well, if you're in charge of staging a picture, so there's no element of spontaneity, it is beholden on you to have a compositional balance. And if you're trying to use one picture, 1/250th second to tell a story, you've got to make every part of the frame sweat. So you've got to make sure there's no tension points, that every part of the picture has a role to play in telling a story. So if you carefully compose a picture, it's almost like you've got to have a surgeon's eye for detail, which is a long way from where I started photographing sport or skiing, like up here, where it's more spontaneous. You're capturing a moment, but you're taking a picture rather than making a picture. I make pictures, and I'm very unapologetic about that. I think if you're simply taking a picture, there's an extent to which it might not be art, because art does involve a degree of preconception. Whereas if it's just capturing something that happens in front of your camera, there hasn't, by definition, been that preconception. That doesn't mean it can't be a great picture, but the creative process is fairly stunted because there hasn't been a preconception behind it.
Which I think is so cool, and I think it's so incredible to have you here in our community joining us, giving us all this great information. David Yarrow,
You're very kind.
a legend here in Beaver Creek at the C. Anthony Gallery. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us and giving us all this great information, and thank you for the inspiration that you carry through all your work.
Bless you. You're very kind. Thank you.
Make sure that you make your way up to the C. Anthony Gallery. You check out his incredible artwork because there are so many amazing pieces throughout our community, and you can definitely find a bunch of them up here at the C. Anthony Gallery. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Let's take a look outside and see what that weather's looking like. 36 degrees getting up today at 8 a.m., a 61-degree high today. So temperatures are starting to drop a little bit, but we still have a lot of that full sunshine out there. Winds are picking up, southwest 10 to 15 miles per hour, and that means probably some storms or things flowing in as we look at Vail by the hour, 54 degrees at noon. Those higher temperatures between 3 and 4 p.m. this afternoon, 59 to 61 degrees. Full sunshine, though, all day long, so it's going to be an absolutely beautiful day. A little bit of cloudiness in Denver, 72 degrees and partly cloudy there, 61 in full sun in Vail. 63 in Avon, full sunshine, and a balmy 68 degrees over in Eagle, again with some full sunshine, so that weather here in the Vail Valley right now is absolutely beautiful. Tonight the temperature dips down to 36 degrees, clear skies, that sun setting at 6:14 p.m. So again, those days starting to shorten up a little bit, but again, that sunshine and the clear skies help out quite a bit at night. Now, looking at the 5-day, this is where that wind comes into play. We've got some storms pushing in, so we're going to see some rainfall tomorrow, 36 or 56 degrees on Thursday, 55, and mostly sunny. We got some sunshine coming out, but then the rest of those storms are going to come in. We're going to see Saturday, 44 degrees, and then dipping down Sunday into 32 degrees. That's when we're going to see some of that wintry mix with a rain snowfall combination. So start planning for that weekend if we start seeing some of that inclement weather move in, and we want to make sure we get everything ready so that you're ready for that weather change as we move into the weekend. Now, staying with Artist Appreciation Day, we've got quite a few things going on here in the Valley, and there is a wonderful store over in Lions Head Village, and let's take a look. They've got minerals, fossils, along with the jewelry. Let's take a look at the items that they've got in their amazing store.
Welcome to the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw, here in beautiful Lions Head. I am so excited to show you the Lions Head Jewelry Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Let's take a look. Welcome to the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw. I'm so excited to be at the Lions Head Jewelers Mineral and Fossil Gallery here with Tina, who I adore, and she knows all things minerals, fossils, and I have to say crystals, which I love. How are you doing, Tina?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good. I am so in awe of this store. It's a gallery, it's a store. It's like a one-stop shop. It's a moment. I feel like it's literally a vibe. I love it here.
Yeah, we love to just spread positive energy. We have lots of beautiful crystals, jewelry,
Yes.
fossils, something for everybody.
And that's what I really love is looking outside, looking in. It is high end and it's beautiful, but there's children coming in here learning about especially the woolly mammoth behind us.
Yeah, he's really a sight to see. He's our new baby of the gallery. We love to have families in here. We love to educate. We love to learn. So we just like to keep it, light and airy and fun.
And I love all the crystals, the fossils, and it's so neat because I saw earlier when the store was open that a woman came in here and she was drawn to a certain crystal. And you have crystals all different sizes, prices, something for everyone, like you were saying.
Yeah, we definitely believe that crystals find you. You don't really find your crystals, they pick you.
I love that.
So it's kind of like a beautiful thing to come in here and look at different crystals and see different fossils and just like kind of explore the store. And we love educating and just like letting people know what things are.
And who is the newest member of this store that is right behind us?
This is Manny the Mammoth. He is just an incredible specimen. We got him a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's just so cool to think that a creature from the Ice Age is in our gallery.
So awesome.
Super cool. So they roamed the earth about 300,000 years ago, and then they went extinct between 4,000 to 10,000 years ago. So that's about the age of Manny.
And how did he, sorry to interrupt you, but how did he get called Manny? How did he get his name?
The kids just would come in and Manny from Ice Age, the movie.
Oh, okay,
yeah, and so it kind of just fit with him, and that's his coined name now. Yeah.
Well, and I love that I know he is for sale as well.
Yeah.
But you said you're going to keep him here for a while so people can really learn all about Manny. And that's something I love about this store is that you come in and it's an experience. You can buy things, you can look at things, you are learning from other people. You're really educated and knowledgeable. Everyone that works here knows about obviously about everything, but especially about Manny. So it's really cool. Kind of museum trip like.
Kind of, yeah. And I think that we all just take pride in the fact that we try to learn as much as we can about every fossil that comes through here. And we know a lot about minerals and, the chemical makeups of the minerals too.
So
and we just try to educate ourselves. And we have a lot of geologists and paleontologists that come through, and they actually educate us, which is really nice
That's
too.
so neat. Yeah.
So it's just like we coin ourselves as just kind of also, you can look at beautiful things, but you could also learn a lot about history and beautiful things as well.
I love that. And I know that something that is really different and makes you guys unique is the price points.
Right.
There is something for everyone in here. We just saw a little girl buy, I think I'm going to get one too, a really neat, was it quartz or crystal? It was the healing the heart.
Yeah, a selenite heart.
Yeah.
We have price points everywhere. So if you're a high-end collector, we have something for you. If you're a family coming in looking for something like just a little gift to take home with you, we have lots of different price points, $5 all the way up to thousands of dollars in the gallery. So something for everybody.
That is so amazing. And what is your favorite part? I know that working here must be a dream come true, especially for you, who loves crystals and loves all of that.
Yeah, it was all, everything happens for a reason, and I don't really call this a job. It's really a passion of mine.
Yeah.
I love crystals. I love learning, and every day is such a learning experience. So.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
And do you find that, because I know you're right in the heart of Lion's Head, where are you located exactly, just so everyone kind of knows?
We're located up the stairs from the ice rink, and we're kind of in the heart of Lion's Head, so we're kind of centrally located.
Cool. And do you see a lot of families come through here? Do you see just, who are your main buyers, or is it across the board, like you were saying?
It's across the board. It's such a beautiful thing. We have people from all over the world that come in and visit us. We also have tons of families in here, and we just love talking about everything that there is to talk about. So.
Well, right now you have, I can't wait to show everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, there are crystals all around. The energy feels so good. There's fossils. There's Manny, our dear friend behind us. I know this is really hard, loaded question, but what is your favorite, if you had to pick a few items in the store right now, because I know you have things coming and going.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorites?
I have a clear quartz over there that I love dearly, so I'll be sad when she leaves.
I was going to say that has to be hard. You're like, I'll buy.
It's all energy. The woolly rhino in the window, who is also going to be leaving, but we have another one coming in because I didn't even know a whole lot, so I'm very educated in what he now is.
Yeah.
But you know what? They're all special in their own ways.
You're like, right, we don't discriminate against the different crystals.
I love all the babies in here.
And I saw in the window there were some, they're the kind of toys for kids as well.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, because I thought that was really interesting as well.
Yeah, we have Bumblebee and Optimus Prime, and it's.
How did I not know that?
I know. Recycled metal artist from Las Vegas.
Cool.
You could see some of their bigger pieces at like Caesar's Palace and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
But we carry the smaller guys, and they're a big hit. And like I said, it's all recycled car parts and motorcycle parts, and so they're really unique.
But I know, I'm a big fan of this store, obviously. I shouldn't even say store, it's a space. It really is a moment.
It is. It is a moment. It is an experience.
I like that better. It's more, classier, an experience. But truly, you come in here and you're just in awe of everything. And then to think that you can not only take it all in, but you can buy it and you can purchase it is pretty amazing. Yeah.
We love everyone to come in and take a piece home, whatever calls to you. And that's the biggest thing, is we just love seeing the energy flow through here and spreading positive energy.
And you can feel it. I mean, the moment today has been a rush day, it's so much going on, and we're all a little tired from the summer, and I walked in and I felt refreshed and good, and just good vibes, centered, I should say.
Yeah, we're really mindful as a team from the top down. We're all family. And we are really mindful of where we put certain things, and we're very aware of all the energy and like how it flows.
So Tina, I know we've talked a lot about the fossils and as well as beautiful crystals, but I know you guys have gorgeous jewelry. Tell me a little bit about that, because I was kind of eyeing it as I came in.
We have lots of beautiful jewelry. We have a wide range of jewelry as well. We have everything from very high-end GIA certified rubies, sapphires, and diamonds and gold. We have lots of sterling silver and different minerals in that respect too.
And I saw some turquoise. I am obsessed with turquoise. You have like a wall. I was so excited. Yeah.
We're really proud of our Native American section.
Cool.
Just gorgeous jewelry from New Mexico and Arizona. All different types of turquoise from all over, set in sterling silver.
I love that. The jewelry is stunning. I'm
Thank
like,
you.
if anyone wants to get me a piece.
Yeah, they're really beautiful pieces, and I think that a lot of people, we have like a wide variety of for everybody's taste.
I agree. It's stunning. Thank you so much for everything today. It's been, I can't wait to come in and shop.
Yeah, you're welcome. Come again.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
And keep right here for more of the glitz and glam with Gretchen.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tva8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We always talk about all the amazing things that happen here in the Valley, but what does it actually take to make things happen, to bring the community together, to bring the businesses together, to bring big world-class groups to the amazing Vail Valley? Well, the gentleman that can let us know all this great information is Chris Romer with the Vail Valley Partnership. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning.
Well, it's great to have you. It's a long time. I saw you yesterday.
I did see you yesterday. It was fun. We had a Vail Local Marketing District lodging meeting. Brought together a lot of the lodging properties and hotels in Vail. to share a little bit of a preview of the winter and solicit feedback from the hotels on how we, collectively when I say we, I don't mean the Vail Valley Partnership, and I don't mean the town of Vail, and I don't mean the marketing district or the lodging community. I mean we collectively. How do we provide the very best experience for our guests? How do we communicate with the rest of the business community? How do we ensure that our guests are receiving a great experience when they're here in town in October? All of the we is a very big collective term.
Right. And you look at all the variables involved and the obstacles that are in the way. We talk a lot about the housing and the employment market and all that, but getting even beyond that and getting behind the scenes on the teams that are deployed in South America and traveling around the globe to network with businesses and individuals from a transient standpoint to bring them to the Valley. A lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah, and why would they?
Right.
Why would they? Because if you're not in the business, you really don't know. And that's the same for technology or construction, and certainly for tourism and hospitality. But a lot of our hotels, certainly the ski company at Vail Resorts, Vail Valley Partnership plays a role there. And we are all working together and collaborating on how we communicate, on how we reach the group market, on how we reach the leisure market, on how we coordinate different website presences and different promotions to have attractive lodging opportunities and packaging, all to come. And none of that happens by mistake, right? It's a community effort. It's an intentional effort. And it requires a lot of gear movement behind the scene to make sure that we're working together and collaboratively and identifying those shared goals of how we increase our occupancy and how we share the brand message that is Vail, that is Beaver Creek, that is this community, that is the airport, and all the different moving parts that come together with positioning this place to our visitors and our second homeowners. It's a heavy lift behind the scenes, and to the credit of this community, we've been doing it a long time, and there's good teamwork and there's good cohesion there.
Right. Now, it definitely takes a valley to do all this. And yesterday was a focus on the lodging partners here in the Valley and things that we can do to cohesively bring more groups in and network with the people that we work with, whether it's the organizations like Stedman, for example. They've got a number of different companies they work with on medical technology, medical devices, that the Vail Valley would be a perfect place for them to bring a convention into. So it's networking in those little areas so that the mom and pops benefit from having that number of demographic increase and have them come in. Now, we're planning for the season. We're planning for next season already. Mm-hmm. But how do we do that? We look at a lot of analytics that your team brought in so that we could see trends and patterns and pace and all the things that as a business and an organization and a Valley whole, we can start planning for what's coming down the pipe.
Yeah, and all of that is true, and there's so many opportunities for that. And the idea of, one of my personal pet peeves is the idea of being data driven. I think we need to be really cautious there. I think we want to be data informed, right? We want data, visitation data and past guest data and booking data and seeing where we're falling behind and where we might be ahead, so we can yield and manage appropriately. But we need to layer in some of that common sense. Yeah. And the data doesn't always help. The data doesn't always just tell us what to do, right? The data informs us, and we layer that on our local knowledge, and we layer that on the collaboration we have with different entities, again, be it the town or the airport or the ski company or the lodging properties, in order to inform. And then that next important step is to then communicate. Right. Communicate out to the retailers and communicate out to the restaurants. So they know what our occupancy looks like. So they know when they can prepare. And it's that's an ongoing challenge.
Right. Well, if we look at some of the conversation yesterday, we talked about our fall period, which we're in right now. This is a time a lot of businesses close down so they can take vacations and take their time off. But there's some of the larger hotel properties that have conventions and people coming in, and we want to showcase the Lions Head Village, the Vail Village, all the amenities here in the community. And sometimes it's a disappointment to those guests coming in because there's a lot that's closed.
Yeah, and it becomes a communication issue at its core, like a marriage, like a family, like a business. These things become a communication challenge of how we're communicating, and just telling isn't enough. We need to make sure that we're listening to, and that goes both ways. On what those things are. So we're going to be, after yesterday's meeting and feedback, I think we're going to be working to try and develop some new ways to do that and to really solicit more detailed information from the lodging community in order to share better information out to the restaurants and retailers, with the understanding, Kevin, that there's going to be times when restaurants close. They have capital projects. They need to do their deep cleans. They need to get their folks on vacation, and the same thing for the retail community. So it's not a situation of our hair's on fire and everyone, no pun intended.
Yeah, thank you.
That everyone needs to stay open all the time or else we're not fulfilling that needs. That's not the case. It's to let them know so they can better time those things.
Right.
And we can then meet the guest experiences and ensure that we have loyal guests who come back year after year.
Right, and communication is the key, like you said. And if they are going to be closed, we could do the communication over to the guests coming in saying, hey, here's the areas that you want to focus on and go.
Yeah, here's a list of businesses that are open. Here's a list of retailers and restaurants, and here's who's doing specials. And conversely, communicating out to that community. There's a group of 500 people in town, and last week there was a group of 500 people in town for Mountain Towns 2030. And they have a group function on Tuesday night. Right. They're probably not going to be out and about, but they're free on Monday and Wednesday night.
Yep.
Taking it to that next level of detail.
Yeah. Now, talking about the details, we obviously, during peak season here in the Valley, our room rates are optimal. And it's not cheap to get a meal here in the Valley. Now, it's world class, and it's what people expect when they get here, but it's the expectation sometimes that we need to be mindful of as a community from a service aspect. And one thing I don't think a lot of people know that are viewing is everything that the Vail Valley Partnership does to help train so that when those guests arrive, we not only meet that expectation, but we exceed it.
Yeah, it's an ongoing opportunity for us as a community to provide that high level of service and to provide the tools and tips. Now, many of the large companies have their own internal training programs, and that's great, right? And that's important, and they should. If it's one of the large hotel properties or the ski company, some of the transportation companies, they're going to have their own internal training, and wonderful. It's important. We love it. But there are 90% of our businesses in Eagle County have fewer than 10 employees, and 80% have fewer than 20 employees. Those are organizations that typically don't have the size and scale to have their own proprietary guest service training and customer service programs. So we offer a number of different programs for there, from Taking the Lead, which is a training program for first-time supervisors, to Management Essentials, which helps people with difficult conversations. How do you deal with a guest who's upset? What are the basic guest service steps? And we have a whole series of those types of courses. We have online courses for businesses to provide their people on their own time. We offer a number of them, four or five different in-person nuts and bolts, elbow grease. Here's how you do it. Everything from serving on a board to providing guest service for a first-time supervisor, from nuts to bolts. So there's quite a bit, all wrapped up in our Vail Valley Works programming.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot for people to chew on that just maybe didn't know exactly. Thanks for taking that walk behind the scenes with me to bring that out. But what do you got coming up? Because there's always wonderful programs and events that are coming out of the Vail Valley Partnership. What do you have coming up?
Yeah, two brief things that I would mention. Number one, next week on November 1st, on Wednesday morning, we have our State of the Valley program with the Vail Symposium. That's something that we've done for years and years. This year, our guest will be Jeff Schroll, the county manager, Phil Qualman from Eagle County Schools, Will Cook from Vail Health, and Bobby Murphy, the new Chief Operating Officer at Beaver Creek Resort. So we'll be at Colorado Mountain College, I believe, from 8:30 to 10 o'clock, discussing the state of the valley and having a sneak peek at what they all predict for 2024 and some of the trends that they're watching. And we expect it to be a great, lively discussion and plenty of time for Q&A with the audience as well. The other thing I would mention briefly is our Board Service Basics course. That's coming up November 15th and 16th. One-day intensive course. We do it twice. For anyone interested in serving on a town board or a planning committee, a nonprofit board, a HOA board, any of the different opportunities to really learn how to work with others and learn governance and fiduciary responsibility and all the things that civic engagement of serving on a nonprofit or a community board might be. So we have a full training class. We've done it for a number of years. It gets rave reviews. One of the most popular things we do, so I encourage people to check that out too.
Yeah, with the number of HOAs, just in itself, a lot of board opportunities. And it's great to serve on a board. Again, that's giving back to the community a little bit, not really something you get paid for, but help develop and keep the world-class atmosphere here in the Vail Valley.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, well, Chris, thank you for coming in today, taking part of your morning out and inspiring us and letting us know everything going on with you and your amazing team at the Vail Valley Partnership.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Fleshaw, host of TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wild-crafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at revivalvailvalley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We have a great segment called Vail Vibes, and our very own Avisha is always out in the market seeing things that are going on. Well, she stumbled across an absolutely gorgeous home that is for sale. Let's take a tour with Avisha and see what this place looks like.
Come on!
Hi friends, welcome to my home. Today I'm going to give you a tour of my house. Just kidding, this is only my house in my dreams. It's actually considered one of Vail's most expensive properties, and I'm going to show you why.
This is Elitsa Vaganekova. She's a listing agent for this 8,800 square foot mansion at 165 Forest Road. For around $40 million, Elitsa says the price comes down to its Vail Village location and, of course, all the bells and whistles.
This home is spectacular. It is a pure perfection. A lot of windows, which brings the indoor out and outdoor in. We have a 75-foot long swimming pool, heated, spa with waterfall, exercise room, privacy, and 360 degrees views of amazing mountains, ski slopes, and Gora Ranch.
She says that during her time as a realtor, she's noticed a spike in home prices.
So over the last 20 years, we have had more people moving in, coming in, buying second homes. So properties has gotten much more expensive.
But don't worry, she says, she can help you find something in the Vail Valley where you can enjoy a wonderful quality of life no matter what your budget is.
There are homes in all price ranges throughout the Vail Valley. As you go west, you can afford more room for less money. The connection to nature, fresh air, less people, relaxed life. We live healthy here in Vail Valley. We exercise, we are nice to each other. Everybody here is here because they want it to be, which is really special.
After all, home isn't just a place, it's a feeling, she says. And the feeling I get from this home is that I don't ever want to leave. Oh well, it doesn't hurt to dream. For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to Danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
8-time Emmy-nominated Animal Rescue is a half-hour television series showcasing the heroic efforts of people helping animals. Join host and award-winning journalist Alex Payne and the Animal Rescue camera crew as they travel around the world, capturing dramatic rescues, rehabilitation, and relocation stories. For programming schedule, check your local listings today. Don't miss your favorite episodes of Animal Rescue. When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your three favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Happy Wednesday. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot. Kevin Shields joining me today in studio. It is the October 25th. We are at the very last full week of the month, and can't believe we're already there, but you know what? That means we're closer to ski season, and that's one thing we love here. This second hour is going to be a very exciting one. We'll be talking to Nap Harvest. Carrie will be joining us. We love the conversations we have with her. Brent Sands, strength and conditioning coach, will be here in studio to talk about how we can really train our bodies and prepare for the upcoming ski season. I had a conversation with Capitol Records recording artist Aiden Bissett about his upcoming tour, so that's going to be a great one as well. And then Vail Vibes. We love everything that Avisha does. She has an interesting conversation about a local luxury hotel. So hour 2 of Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Well, good morning and thank you for joining us here at Good Morning Vail. A lot of great things going on, as Kim pointed out, that we've got coming up in the show. Let's take a brief moment and look at the weather that's going on outside today. Getting up today, 36 degrees, a high today of only 61 degrees. We were getting a little spoiled with some of that 70-degree weather and those high 60s, but we're starting to see a little bit of a dip there in the weather. The real weather out there right now is related to these winds, southwest 10 to 15 miles per hour, so a little more gusting than what we're typically used to, but there's a reason for that we'll get to in a second. 54 degrees today at noon, 59 at 4 p.m. And again, full sunshine all day. Going to be a beautiful, clear evening to get out there and do a little stargazing. As we look at the I-70 corridor, a nice 72 degrees, partly cloudy in Denver, full sun, 61 degrees in Vail, 63 in Avon, and 68 over there in Eagle. So it's going to be a beautiful day here and around the valley. Tonight, low 36 degrees, sun setting at 6:14 p.m. The winds will start to die down, but you'll kind of look and see what we talked about earlier, those bigger winds blowing in, a nice little storm. Thursday, we're looking at 56 degrees, some precipitation coming down, and then getting into Friday, it's going to kind of clear up a little bit, mostly sunny, 55 degrees, but then the real action starts with that teaser of getting back into seasonality, where Saturday and Sunday we're going to see a wintry mix of snow and rain, a little bit of scattered snow, some lower temperatures. Look at that, 6 degrees is going to be the low there on Sunday, but some lower temperatures, and I think we can start thinking again about ski season.
I think it's time. But you know, you mentioned stargazing, and I don't need to get outside because the only star that I'm gazing at is you, Kevin.
Oh my gosh, guys, how much money do I have on me? That's going to cost me. That is definitely going to cost me.
You know, we like to have a lot of fun here at Good Morning Vail, and you know, one of them is hanging out with their coworkers. But I'm excited to see the weather change because I am ready. You know, we had 18 days, maybe less than that now, for Vail Day, opening day, and
I know.
I'm wondering, are we actually going to be able to do it because it's been so gorgeous?
We'll
outside.
see. I know they're blowing some snow up there, and I think with these cooler temperatures coming in, they'll be able to kind of kick it up a few notches, and I'm sure they always find a way.
They always do. That's for sure. You know, we've got to bring the people in.
That's right. And that's right. Once we see it on the news and once we see a Broncos, and actually the Broncos won, but once they show a home game and they're the snow-peaked mountaintops, people start getting the itch and the phones start ringing to make reservations to come up to the valley.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And speaking of ski season, I'm very excited about Brent Sands joining us here to talk about strength and conditioning. So, you know, it'll be great to see how we can prepare ourselves here in the valley and in general for athletic activities.
Some great tips so you don't get out there and get hurt early in the season. That's the big thing.
Well, the name of the game is longevity, lasting the whole season.
Yeah, preparedness. So we've got some great tips coming your way.
Well, we'll be right back with the second hour. It's going to be a busy one, so we'll see you shortly.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tvavail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake! It's fake!
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We have some amazing shops and restaurants and sustainability locations around the Vail Valley here. Well, over in Eagle, there's a wonderful place called Nap Harvest, and they've got Nap Harvest, Nap Ranch, Nap Nectar, Nap Garden. everything geared around sustainability and locality. Let's take a look at from one of our favorite guests, Carrie Hogan, and flashback on one of the interviews we had with her.
Welcome back. Now I have our local favorite, Carrie Hogan, joining us today with Nap Harvest. Carrie, how are you?
I'm doing great. Summer's just moving along, isn't it?
Hard to believe.
Oh, yeah.
Right, we are coming up into the beautiful fall season.
I love fall up here.
It's just going to be stunning, but
yes,
not to mention we still have wonderful produce and delicious summer flavors here.
Oh my goodness, the heirloom tomatoes that are coming into Nap Harvest are beautiful. They're works of art. They're all the different colors and the shapes and the flavor profiles. It's just really delicious time of year to be eating basil with fresh tomatoes and a little mozzarella cheese, you know, all that wonderful stuff. And the plums and the peaches and the apricots and the cherries that are in the store right now are just gorgeous. You've got to come down. Every day is something different gets delivered fresh from all our hardworking farmer partners up and down the valley, up and down Colorado, just, you know, working hard to bring that fresh produce to you. Just gorgeous looking things. I can't say it enough, I don't think.
I love that. You know, and you don't get that variety in a national grocery chain.
No, and here's the other thing is that, you know, we pick those up weekly. So we get 2 times a week fresh deliveries from farmers who have just picked them. That's a lot different than coming from Chile, being picked in Chile, a little bit underripe, sitting on a ship and coming over to the grocery store. By the time it's gotten to the grocery store, first of all, it's up and ripened under the sun. So it's lost a lot of its vitamin and mineral content, all the things that are really good for you, never mind the taste. I mean, I think we've all had the tomato that is so disappointing that you just are like, well, I don't even think I like tomatoes anymore. And the difference between that and an heirloom is huge. And, you know, put your money where your mouth is.
Well, I could say it's definitely converted me. I love a fresh heirloom tomato. I was not a tomato fan.
Is that, well, and that's probably why.
Really nice,
yeah,
good tomato,
exactly. Even the cherry tomatoes are just not, they don't have the flavor. So you really have to search out that, you know, produce that's local. It makes all the difference in the world. When you pick something from your backyard and bring it right to the table, you know you can taste the difference. And the same thing happens here. So, you know, all of our farmers work so hard. Come in, help support their families, help support all of those people that work so hard to bring you nutritious food.
I just love that. I think it's so cool. Now, do you source new farmers all the time, or do you work with the same vendors? Tell me a bit
We're
about that.
always looking for new vendors, but we, you know, I would say that, you know, most of the time we're supporting our same farmers. You know, they're the bigger farmers that can supply all the way to Eagle.
Sure.
So some of these, you know, Anita's is great in Palisades. There's just a lot. We use a lot of different Mountain Freshies. Farm runners will bring produce from all over the slope, Western Slope, and bring it to you. So yeah, it's really fun to, you know, look and see what do they have this week, what's on the list. And it's really exciting then to watch it come in the door. And, you know, we have recipe ideas. Also, to accompany all of that, we have this beautiful Caleb's Catch wild caught Alaskan fish that he goes up to Alaska, flash freezes it on his boat and brings it down for us. It is delicious. Pick up a piece of fish and some of that fruit, Palisade peaches, and, you know, or oranges or something with a chicken. What was Second Nature Gourmet? Sorry, I just was thinking.
It all sounds delicious.
Yeah, she. That's what I was trying to pull up. Is she has on her menu. Second Nature Gourmet is our catering company. A grilled orange and mahi, which sounded so good. And so she's also got this blackened salmon with a lime blanc sauce. So Second Nature is our gourmet company. She's got her own website, secondnaturegourmet.com. Beautiful summer menu. You can find all sorts of ideas on there to buy for your special gathering, whether it's 5, whether it's 50, whether it's 500. Marla can do parties, whatever your size is. And you can go onto that menu, you can pick all sorts of things. There's a lot of a la carte items, there's family items, family meals, things like that. So there's something for every pocketbook. And I know how busy summer gets. So to reach out to her and, you know, she'll deliver it fresh to your door. that's a time saver and sometimes a face saver. If you have people coming over for dinner and you're like, oh my God, I don't have the time to do it. So that's also good. And then in Nap Harvest, we have her organic pre-made meals already, for you to pick up, take home, heat up, and serve to your family. So you've got great to-go food. Again, shrimp scampi and Palisade peaches and beet salads and cucumber salads and all sorts of things, a Thai noodle salad. So really, you're getting a chef to cook for you and prepare a meal that you can take home, and it's quite the time saver for sure.
It's just a wide variety of flavors, and it sounds like you can get something that has complexity in the dish, and then also, if you have a family, probably something that's a little bit more simple for those picky eaters.
Exactly. And if you've got your protein figured out, maybe you just go onto the website to get the a la carte sides that are so special, or vice versa. So, it really can help you with whatever it is you need. So secondnaturegourmet.com, I really encourage you to check it out. Chef Marla's quite talented.
Oh, it sounds like she makes delicious seafood dishes, amongst other things.
Yes.
But then I love that you have fresh caught fish in the market, because gone is the myth of you don't eat seafood in a mountain town. Yes, you do. Here
Yes, you can. When you've got Caleb delivering straight to the door, are you kidding? And then also Vail Meat Company. They are very responsible in the way they choose their meat, and they pasture raise it. So again, you've got beautiful meats right here in Vail, Colorado that have had a pretty good view. Their lives in a happy life, and no hormones. So, again, feeding your family is important to keep all those nutrients, keep those hormones away, keep us as healthy as possible with your food. So we, got to watch where you get your food, and that'll make a big difference. There's so many diseases and things out there, and linking to all sorts of things, Roundup and cancer and Roundup and poisoning your food it's just not a good idea.
It really is so important. No, I just love all that you have at Nap Harvest. I would say it's probably going to be hard to eat anywhere else once you start going there.
I have a very hard time. And then don't forget our Nap's Nectar honeys.
Oh, you can't forget
the honey. Oh my gosh. Well, it's the time of year now where the bees are very, very busy, and we're bringing in honey from everywhere. So we've got more than 31 hives now. I'll have to get a current count, but we manage hives up and down the valley.
Okay.
So we have Eagle Valley wildflower honey that's a mixture of all that, but we also have hyperlocal honey. So our master beekeeper, Carmen, separates and bottles different honeys from different areas. So Lake Creek, for instance, the wildflowers up there are going to be a lot different than an Eagle and Gypsum. And the wildflower honey up there is beautiful. It's got a great intense flavor. The bees have lots of wildflowers to feed on. Then we have Cholera Creek, which was Cordillera. It's now called Cholera Creek in respect for the indigenous Indians. And that is beautiful. It has a little bit of rabbit brush taste to it.
Wow.
And, very interesting. Eagle Gypsum's thicker, more amber. Again, they're feeding on all sorts of things down there. So it's fun to grab some different honeys and do your own honey tasting. I've been a wine sommelier my whole life, and now honey entrances me too, because it depends on what they're feeding on. So you really taste the difference between each honey. It's just amazing.
And to see the rich different colors and the variety
Oh,
of amber,
yeah.
It's beautiful. It really is.
It really is. And plus, really good for you, right?
And I'm sure you've got all kinds of exotic honeys there as well.
We do. We do. So like from Hawaii, if I could pronounce the flower, I would. But beautiful. And it's very creamy looking. It looks like a creamed honey, if you've ever seen creamed honey. And that's usually done by whipping it and adding more oxygen. This is just straight out of the hive like that.
That's incredible.
And I have to admit to eating a jar like pudding. It's just delicious. And then we've got Tupelo honey. And the stories of how they collect these honeys from these bees is incredible. So we've got lots of things to talk to you about when you come down with honeys. We've got a whole wall full of honey facts. Honey lasts forever. They found it in King Tut's tomb, completely fine.
Wow.
And by the way, if your honey crystallizes, good. That means it's real honey. Honey is the number 3 most adulterated product in the United States.
Wow.
So that means they're adding rice syrups, they're adding corn syrup, they're adding things to make that honey, which takes away all the benefits. Also, if the FDA, if it's heated up to a certain degree, it kills all the benefits too. So the key is, first of all, come in and nap harvest. You can buy it from a local honey a beekeeper, but if you're in the grocery store and that's where you are and that's all you can find, is you look for where it comes from. So it's at least got to say Oregon, Colorado Springs, I don't care. It has to have a place to it, or else you have no idea what's in that jar of honey. Those bears, So they're fine for whatever, but they're not getting all of those benefits that you get from honey. Anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, unbelievable, and Carmen also makes creams and lip balms and soaps down there that are from the products that the bees produce in the hive, propolis, beeswax, honey. So really good stuff for your skin. And again, they're very, very natural, but really good for you. So it's a great way to treat your body and your soul when you're, to me, when you are buying and eating correctly, there's something that really feels good about that.
When you just walk in the door at Nap Harvest.
I'll tell you, it's hard not to just spend my whole paycheck there. It
I can
really is.
imagine.
Fresh flowers, gifts, honeys, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables,
Seafood,
coffees, anything.
Meats, anything
fresh
that you
bread,
could need.
everything. Meats, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Carrie, tell us where to go for more information.
That's a really good idea. So we are in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road, right next to Color Coffee, and we're open 7 days a week. Indoor farmers market, and we're open Mondays through Fridays, new hours starting in August 1st, 8 till 7, and then Saturdays and Sundays 10 till 6. So come see us. We're right there. So much to do in Eagle these days. Come visit us.
I love that. Well, Carrie, we always love having you here on the couch. It's so nice
Thank
to hear
you.
about all of the local produce and edibles and things that you offer at Nap Harvest. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now stay tuned. We will be right back after this quick break.
Good morning, Vail.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. Now we are heading into ski season, but you should be training for it all year round. Joining us today on the couch to talk about all things strength and conditioning is Brent Sands, aka Sandsy. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good to have you here on the couch with me this morning. So very excited to learn all about you and your background and just how we can better prepare for the season and just for life in general. So Brent, tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get into strength and conditioning?
Well, I grew up playing hockey and played some college hockey in Minnesota, and I was always just fascinated with strength and conditioning there because I was always being put through it, and just wanted to kind of further my knowledge on everything I had kind of grown up with.
That's great. And so you studied kinesiology?
I studied exercise science in college, yes ma'am.
Okay, great. And so what made you decide to pursue it as a career and to help other people?
I think just the passion for being in the weight room and the passion for always striving to get better every day.
Awesome. And so you also are a continued athlete. Tell me a little bit about that. How do you take what you've applied for yourself and then apply it to your I would want to say patients, but your clients as well?
Sure. So there was quite a lot to learn. I thought being pushed through the ringer and thrown into the fire all through college and after college continuing with athletics, but turns out there was a lot more to learn behind the science and the periodization or training multiple athletes through multiple sports throughout the entire season, off-season, in-season training, load and volume. I could go on forever about it. So learning all that aspect was always, that was fun. I always try to learn every day, and I think strength and conditioning, there's always new modalities, especially with you're seeing the evolution of sports, how hockey and football are becoming so much faster. So it's always kind of evolving, and there's always something new to learn. And I just, I don't know, that's just a bit of passion of mine to learn something and learn something new every day.
Yeah. So how do you further your education and your learning? Is it by courses? Is it just by training a variety of clients? Tell me a little bit more.
So there's some continuing education courses that we're required to attend about every 3 years. So I do about one a year. I'll do to some conferences. I recently went to a conference that was strength and conditioning on tactical training. So how to train the police or military. So different volumes of training load and different energy systems that they need to use. I went through that course. That's usually about, it's a weekend or a 4-day training course, and you hear about 8 different speakers from strength and conditioning coaches from colleges, from pro sports, and so I can continue my education through that aspect.
Yeah, that's so interesting. So I guess, do you train any law enforcement officers, or how do you apply that to your current clients?
I really haven't. I really haven't had any of that.
I feel like there's a call. We need to get someone to
sure.
your roster.
We've, there's some firemen and police officers that come into the gym every now and again. I choose, if they approach me, I'll give them some of my wealth of knowledge. But
I think it's very important. That's really cool.
Absolutely.
So you're a trainer at Dogma Athletica. Tell me a little bit about that and your role there.
Okay. I started there about 2017. I think we've been around since maybe 2006. We have a new owner about a year ago. Dan Swenson just bought the business about a year ago. He moved from Evergreen, and he's a big cyclist and endurance athlete. So if you're looking to continue bike riding during the winter, please come check us out at Dogma Athletica. We're in the Riverwalk. We have a great cycling winter season. We grab a whole demographic of cyclists that want to continue to ride throughout the winter.
Awesome. I know our very own Kevin Shields is a huge cyclist, so maybe he'll be dropping in.
Okay, I'd love to see him. Yeah, have him come in.
That's amazing. So on top of that, tell me a little bit about your role there. What kind of, are you doing one-on-one training? Do you teach classes? Tell me more.
So we have quite a few classes offered up to the public. I'd say we're more of a boutique gym. It's not like a Lifetime Fitness where there's 50 single joint exercises or machines in the gym. We're more movement-based studio. My week kind of, I have maybe 40 hours, 30 to 40 hours of individual clients or small groups. So I have a lot of the high school boys, a lot of the high school hockey boys, they come in groups of 4.
Okay.
We'll go up to like a group of 4 is about the max. It's a smaller space. Like I said, I think everyone, they pay for the luxury of not being crowded or having to wait for anything around there. And it's beautiful. Like I said, it's right on the river, right in the bottom. We have a beautiful setting there. So yeah, I teach one class throughout the whole week, and the rest is strength and conditioning for small groups or private training.
Okay, great. Now, as we're heading into ski season, do you have any tips or tricks I know that you would prefer to see somebody in person to give them some advice, but what would you advise in preparation for upcoming ski season?
So I would say we need to get in the gym. I always get this. Everyone says, well, I don't need to do legs. I don't need to train legs because I'm going to be skiing. And I say, well, I kind of use the association of, do you think NFL players stop squatting or lifting weights just because it's NFL season?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, that's a good point. And I go, the main reason we train, you don't have to think of it as taxing or it can be fun. You need to load the bones and the connective tissue to prevent injury. The more, and it can be a 5-pound weight, it can be a 10-pound weight, it doesn't have to be anything strenuous, but whenever we apply mechanical force to the bones, the bone actually releases, it's called an osteoblast, so you have a mechanical force to the bone, and when the bone actually bends, it releases an osteoblast or collagen fibers, they wrap around the bone, and they make it stronger. So you got to think all the lovely activities this valley has to offer, we just want to be able to enjoy those. You can't really enjoy it with an injury, with a torn meniscus or ACL or a broken bone that takes you out for the season. So it's more just to load the bone, the connective tissue, just so we can enjoy the activities that this valley has to stay safe.
Yeah, and that's totally important. So I'm guessing you do a lot of preventative, but do you work with people who are recovering from injury as well?
Yeah, so part of the degree and the job is return to sport, and then also just injury prevention. And then I'd say that is the main demographic of people that I train. I have a few professional athletes that we take it to the next level, but for the main clientele, the main 30, 40 hours of the week is just injury prevention and a lot of dynamic movements in our 3 planes of motion that keep us safe, keep us healthy.
And speaking of professional athletes, you are also an athlete for the Yeti. Are you excited about the season?
I am. It'll be this is our 10th season. I joined the team on the 2nd season, so this will be 9th for me. I played some hockey after college, and then I moved here, and then took off to play some hockey for a few winters. One winter, I got a call saying, "Hey, we're going to get this team here. Do you want to play?" And I was like, "Well, I'm already gone. I was gone I would leave for the winters." And so the next year, I came back and stayed for good. And it just so ended up that we ended up getting a team right here in the valley, and a mile away from where I live. So it all worked out.
It really did. It sounds like you've got the dream life.
It's great. It's great.
So year 9, what can you say from where you started to now? Like, what have you learned? What is your role in the team in regard to like mentoring some of the younger guys as they come in?
So it's come a long way since the first year. I believe the first 3 years there was maybe 200, 300, 400 people in the stands, if that. It's now the Fridays and Saturdays are packed. I mean, there's at least 1,000 fans in there. The kids are in there. There's cheap drinks and cheap food. So I think that's what really attracts everyone there and it's the center of the town. You get done skiing and you don't have to walk anywhere. You don't have to drive anywhere. It's right there, and it's come a really long way. What's great is it's great to be able to still be able to play as you get older, and what makes it, the fans are what makes it still possible, because without them, without their support, without the town coming out to support us, then we wouldn't have this. So I have to thank all the fans for coming to continually support us and grow this hockey community. It's great. It's an awesome thing to still be a part of.
And I think it's just amazing that you get to apply your education and all of your continued learning and put both to see how the mechanics work on yourself, on your own body as an athlete. And
Absolutely. And you know, as we get older, our body starts to deteriorate. So it really does help that I'm in the strength and conditioning career. It allows me to, you know, almost being 40, still to be able to play and compete. But that's the Valley. Like that's the beauty of living in the Rockies. I mean, we have 80-year-olds that still ski every day.
Yeah.
And so it's, you know, if you take care of your body and you get in the gym and you continue your exercise, you eat healthy, and that's what this Valley is about. That's why I love it here. The quality of life is just amazing.
It's above. It's really wonderful
It is.
here. So Brent, where can we go for more information?
More information, if you want to stop in, we're at Dogma Riverwalk. So we are down below, right next to the cleaners. If you're at the Velvet Cleaners, you walk down the stairs. We're down in the basement, and then we overlook right on the river. Just come say hi. Come say you saw the TV8 interview, and you have some questions.
Okay, great, awesome. I know I'll be stopping in. I'm looking for a gym in the area since I'm new to town. Well, we appreciate you coming on the show. Thanks for sharing your knowledge and just the excitement about upcoming ski season.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now we have a bit more left on this morning's episode of Good Morning Vail, so we'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello everyone, I'm Raisa Pascal. And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now. Check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. And welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Let's take a look at that local weather outside. Getting up today, 36 degrees, a high today of only 61 degrees. Those winds are going to kick up out of the southwest 10 to 15 miles an hour. So there's a lot going on out there in the weather right now. As we look at Vail by the hour, going to kind of warm up around that noon hour. Those high peak temperatures getting up to 61 between 3 and 4 p.m. this afternoon. But that sunshine is going to be out in full force. So it's nice to get out there. If you want to do a little bike ride or things that you want to try to fit in before the weather changes, now is the time to do it. That I-70 corridor, 72 degrees and partly sunny in Denver, 61 in Vail, 63 in Avon, 68 in Eagle, and all full sunshine here in the Vail Valley for right now. Now tonight, 36 degrees is going to be the low. That sun dropping at 6:14 p.m. So those days continuing to get a little bit shorter as we move into ski season. Now here's where we start talking about some of that wind blowing in a little storm front. So we're going to see some precipitation tomorrow, 56 degrees, those lows in the 30s, but then look at the weekend. Like I said, get those bike rides and hiking in right now because the weekend is going to cool down. 44 degrees on Saturday, 32 on Sunday, but look at the lows getting down to 23 and 6 degrees respectively with that wintry mix and snowfall moving in. So be prepared, gear up for that weekend, and dress appropriately if you plan on going out and doing any outside activities. Now, Avisha, our very own Avisha, has her Vail Vibes section that she does always out and about in the community. Well, she's going to be over at the Gram Shammer Hotel showing us what that's all about.
From landmarks to undiscovered treasures, this is your guide to all the good vibes here in Vail. And right behind me is one of Vail's most iconic hotels, and the only one here that's been operated by its original founders for the past 60 years.
It's a landmark. Well, it's a landmark because it's built by two people who have no idea what they were doing.
And those two people were Shaika and her late husband Pepe, both originally from Austria. After getting an opportunity to buy land in Vail Village, they decided to give the hotelier life a try.
Originally being, in New York as a modeling in New York, I thought it would be perfect. With Pepe being a ski racer, very well known and loved by everybody, and doing well in the ski business, I thought, well, he could have his ski shop, and we build a little lodge like we do in Europe. We live above, and we still live above. Same furniture, the same. The only thing is changed is the upholstery and the curtains. Wow. But it was built so different, and it was banquet wooden floor. You can't make that floor anymore the way it is now. And then we have a lot of Austrian furniture and very different.
Shaika says growing up in Austria during a war shaped her tastes.
We were during the war, everything, we had nothing. Both Pepe and I lost everything. And when you never had anything, you get things with a good, strong, and and our rooms look like guest rooms in somebody's home. They don't look like a hotel room. We don't have air conditioning, but we have fans. We don't have an ice box, but you can come down here and get ice.
And so the little Austrian-style Gasthof remains authentic and charming, which is why the guests love it.
I feel like I'm in Europe, and that's what I wanted. It's amazing that they have owned it and maintained it and been able to stay without being taken over by all the modern types of hotels.
And Shaika has no plans to change that anytime soon. Friends and employees describe her as a tough cookie with a heart of gold.
I'm very, outspoken. I like to scream and get mad. And then they quit and walk out one door, come back in the next door. It's just a family. The ones who last here for 20, 30 years. And I'm bragging that here I'm since 64. I have only 5 chefs in 64 for all these years. And they all stayed here. And then I had people here for 30 years. John, like you just met, the one is 42 years with me. I had a housekeeper 30 years with me. When you have people like that, they become part of a family. It's through thick and thin.
She says she owes her strong character and confidence to her grandma.
Yeah. That came from her, that she really put very much confidence in me, that always, even as a child, she never said look down or they always look up. Because if you look on the ground, all you see is dirt. But you look up, you see blue sky. So that's where I got the confidence that I keep my head high.
And remaining energetic and hardworking well into her 80s, she says is from self-love.
I'm in love with myself. I love myself. And I always say, if you love yourself, you love everybody else. If you cannot love yourself, how can you love other people?
Her love for others is shared generously, not only with her family, guests, and employees, but for the people of Vail as a whole. She says Vail wouldn't be the town it is without the people who helped build it.
The moment we came to Vail, there was just something about it, the people we have met. At that time, in 1962, everybody had a dream. You know, everybody wanted to make something special. Well, I just say I'm very happy, and I love America, and like I said it years ago, it takes a valley to make a village. And Vail became, thanks to the people in the valley, the people here, it's not just the town, it's the people who are in the town.
She says if you're in Vail, come stop by the hotel or Pepe's restaurant for some delicious food or just to say hi.
Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
welcome back to our show. I am so excited about our new guest here on the show. We've got Capitol recording artist Aiden Bissett joining us to talk all things about his latest EP and the tour that he is currently on. Aiden, how are you today?
Doing really, really good. Thank you for having me. I'm stoked to be here.
Yeah, we are so excited. You know, you've got your music is amazing. So you just released your latest EP. Talk to me a little bit about your sound and what really what has influenced your music.
Yeah, I grew up listening to so many bands. My dad was super into the alt scene. So when I started playing guitar, I immediately gravitated to classic rock groups like AC/DC, Queen, Guns N' Roses, and from there that kind of expanded into more modern bands. I think the first album I listened to in full was Parachutes by Coldplay, which still has a great effect on me today.
Love that. So how has it influenced your latest EP? You've got so many good songs on it. I think, I was looking at it and it has similarities, but each song is very different. How did you select what song would be going onto the EP?
I feel like my writing process is so interesting and maybe a little bit different than other artists. I tend to know immediately when I write the song if it's going to be on or if it's not going to be on a project. There's just something that kind of clicks in my brain where I'm like, okay, yes, this makes sense, or this one isn't right. It's still cool, but it just doesn't feel like the right fit. So it's kind of almost immediate. And these songs came over together in about like 6 or 8 months, and I was traveling back and forth from Nashville and LA, and yeah, it all flowed pretty fast. I feel like it worked. Every time I was in a session with the people that I usually work with, it was like we cranked out another one. And I was like, this makes sense, this works. It was rare that I felt like I was in a slump this time, which was really great.
That's awesome. Now, you have a visual, your music video, for how it's going to end. And tell me a little bit about that. I loved the video. What was the inspiration behind it? And how involved were you in the visual piece of it?
Yeah, visuals to me are so important. I think they're kind of weirdly forgotten in today's music space, just because short form has become so important. But making visuals like that, where it's like building a world and doing it on film, and it's more like less of a performance and more of I don't know, acting or something like that, I think is really important to help build a world around an artist. And I started writing that video and concepting it like 3 months prior to shooting it with a friend, Justin, who directed it. And it was this weird concept that we had, and he was like, oh, this is going to be weird, but I think we can do it. We can just run and gun it. We're going to shoot it on film. We're going to go to a field in the middle of Lancaster, California, with all your friends, and we're going to shoot this crazy film masterpiece. And I was like, hey, man, that sounds incredible. That's all I want to do is create something outside of the music that can draw fans in and give them an experience. That's what my goal was with visuals, was to give fans another experience, something else they can latch on to.
Yeah, and you can definitely see it in the video. I'd say, like, for me, I connected to like the emotional transparency that you have, and you have that in all of your music, but then to see it visually as well, it just really draws the viewer and the audience in. It's pretty incredible. So speaking of audience, you are on your first headlining tour. How's it going so far? Tell me a little bit about it.
It's been pretty incredible. I mean, we did 60 opening shows last year, or like the past year and a half, and so when the headline tour came around, I was definitely really nervous, but so ready and so excited. And these shows have been everything. I mean, been so far exceeding my expectations. The fans have been so responsive and energetic, and I mean, everything about it is a dream. There's nothing that really compares to it for me.
That's amazing. Do you have a favorite moment so far?
Favorite moment, I would say playing home. I played a show in Tampa, and my entire dad and mom side of the family was there. My grandparents there. My great grandma was there. She's 95. So glad that she enjoyed it, feeling the vibrations. But it was an incredible experience to play for them.
That's awesome. Well, we appreciate your time. I know you've got a show in Denver and in Salt Lake, and they're completely sold out. So it's going to be exciting to watch you make your way back west. And then you plan to start an international leg of the tour in December as well. So do you have any expectations for that?
All I've heard is that the European shows will be rowdy and fun and sweaty. So I'm excited. I love when people kind of mosh and go hard. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, Aiden, where can fans go to stream your music, to follow your journey, and to really be part of your experience?
I'm on across all socials. It's just my name, Aiden Bissett. Yeah, you can find me just about anywhere, and I'll be there.
Awesome. Supernova, love the EP. Congratulations on the tour and on your new EP. Very exciting stuff. I can't wait to see what else you do in the future.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, stay tuned. We are so excited that we had that conversation with Aiden. We will be right back after this break.
Good morning, Vail.
Snooki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. A lot of things happening in and around the community, but this weather has something going on for us as we take a look. Getting up today, 36 degrees at 8 a.m., a 61-degree high today, and those winds picking up out of the southwest, going to be about 10 to 15 miles an hour. It's going to be a beautiful day out there. Full sunshine as we look at Vail by the hour, 54 at noon. Those warmer temperatures around that 3 and 4 o'clock afternoon time. So if you're out and about, that is the time to get out there. Looking at the I-70 corridor, 72 degrees in Denver, 61 in Vail, 63 in Avon, and 68 degrees over in Eagle. So it's going to be a beautiful day to really get out there and enjoy some last-minute outdoor activities before we start to see some inclement weather start to move in. Now tonight, 36 degrees is going to be the low. Some clear skies to get out there and stargaze, and those days are starting to shortening up there. 6:14 is going to be the sunset, so that's when that sun drops and the stars start to pop out. Now this is the interesting part of what we've got going on. Thursday, 56 degrees. We're going to see those showers start to roll in and that weather change a little bit. Friday looks to be a nice day, some sunshine there, but then look at 90% chance of precipitation on Saturday. Sunday shows about a 70% chance of precipitation. And along with that, a nice wintry mix and a big drop in temperatures.
6 degrees.
Whew.
Sunday night.
Yeah.
That's chilly for sure.
We're going to see a little bit of snow and hit those higher elevations, light up those mountaintops, and hopefully get some people interested in ski season.
That's true. You know, I loved today's show. I think we had so many interesting conversations. So did you have a favorite?
You know, I always like talking with Chris Romer because he's so insightful in what's going on in the community. He's just a wealth of knowledge on what's going on. But then one of my favorites is obviously working with you every day and coming in here when I get to spend time with you on the Wednesdays. So
Always
it's
a joy. Well, we have an exciting show today, and then we've got a great one tomorrow. We've got a couple of people coming on, Magical Mala. We've got a few others.
Yeah, the Eagle County Superintendent to talk about all things around the district and what's happening and the schools and education and the policies, things going on there.
So we'll see you tomorrow.
There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Tune into Coffee with America and start your day in the right direction, where we go over the latest and greatest in health, lifestyle, entertainment, and more. Start your day off on Coffee with America.